Hey, how we doing? This is JT at River City Motoring. I got a product here to show you. It's new to me, but it seems pretty cool. This is called Dr. Beasley's Glass Serum Kit. And behind it there is their Advanced Coat Glass. Now, we're going to focus mainly on this one here. Basically, what it does is it coats your glass, mainly the windshield, in I'm going to go like a Rain-X type way. And if you've ever used Rain-X, like the coating, you know it wears off after a while. It is very cool when it's on though. But what this stuff does is apparently it fills lots of imperfections in your glass. It has like a multi-year lifespan on there, and it just does like a better job. It should, because it's a lot more expensive than a little bottle of Rain-X. So first step is to clean the glass. Second step is to use their glass prep spray, and I'll show you everything here in the box, and then from there you apply it and kind of let it dry. So let's get it going here. So I'm gonna move this stuff out of the way because I'm not really focusing on that right now. What we're gonna look at here is the glass serum kit from Dr. Beasley's. If you're interested, there's a link below where you can see them and also purchase it. So you open this up here, and I've already opened this to take a look. We've got three containers here. Let me get this all out here. Kind of a nice packaging. So I just washed my car and it's a little slippery here. Oh my goodness. Alright, so we'll set that there. Then finally we have the spray bottle of the coating prep. So that's everything that's in there, along with all of the instructions. Also in the box, the literature, information for the kit, and a microfiber, actually it's suede cloth. Pretty nice little thing. The wording, they say it's a hydrophobic nano coating that makes your glass scratch, smudge, and dirt resistance. Like I said, multi-year. It's a 3-year application. So first step is we got to clean the glass. The second step is we have to use the coating prep. You spray it on, wipe it off. It says repeat until the entire glass is prepped. This creates an ideal substrate so that the glass serum can properly adhere. And then from there we use the little sponge and apply the serum. So go ahead, I did a car wash, I've done a glass cleaning on here, so it should be pretty good, but just to make sure your glass is clear and clean for this. It says do not wash your car for 7 days after this, so hopefully you don't have any car shows or anything coming up, so you gotta wait. Alright, here we go. So it didn't really say in the instructions, but I made sure that the windshield was somewhat cool. You can see the sun just sort of crested my house and the roof here, but this windshield has about 40,000 miles or so, almost 50. A few chips, but not too bad. I don't think it necessarily matters. It's just a coating. It's not necessarily, you know, imperative that it's a brand new windshield, but I'm sure it's nice to put it on right when you get your car. This is the stuff, step 1, glass coating prep. It says to use a microfiber cloth. I got a new one just to make sure, and it says just to spray glass coating onto the cloth and wipe surface, make sure full coverage. Once surface has been wiped down, let product flash until surface is completely dry. So if they showed in the picture a dude wearing gloves, I don't know if you need them, but I put these on and I feel like OJ because they're really, really tight. So here we go. Not surprisingly, I'm trying to focus on the visible areas most, like the driver's side window and that sort of thing. So as I showed you before, they gave you this applicator sponge. It's kind of like hard foam on one half and a sponge on the other side. You can see the line there. You're supposed to wrap it. Let me put this up here so you can see it a little bit. supposed to wrap it in the suede like so. Going fajita style here. Like that. Then it says to put roughly 6 to 8 or enough drops on there, and then you start going up and down your windshield. They say go vertical first and then go horizontal to get complete coverage. From there you let it dry to a haze. So let's get this going here and see how it goes. I'm sure the ideal surface is not the hood of my car, but I wanted to show you this right where the camera's mounted. So it kind of comes out pretty quick. And then that's it. You just put it on there like so. I've gotten about a third of my windshield done on the initial load of drops. So I'm going to add some more drops here to keep going. It seems to have dried up. And then we're doing our horizontal lines. So you're looking for like that haze, like almost like car wax. Like I said before, I keep going to Rain-X because that's the the Kleenex of this whole type thing. It's, you use it, you hear of it a lot, and kind of see some hazing happening. I'm not sure if it's going to show on the camera because this glass is super shiny and you can see my house, me, the camera, but we just let it dry. Now with it drying on there, it's just sitting. That's it, you're done, other than buffing it off with a microfiber towel again. So that's pretty much it. You can do this on any window on your car. Back hatch, driver's side window, they recommend those places. But I'm gonna see how much is left here and see what else I can get done on the car. Just because you might as well use it up. I mean, it's 3 years shelf life, but we'll see what happens here as far as lasting. So a few things I've learned with this is it says don't drive it, let it sit undisturbed for an hour. I assume that means water. You don't want to get any rain on this. You don't want to rush out and grab a bucket of water and see if it works. Just let it sit. It also says don't wash it for 7 days. So I'm probably going to let it sit as long as I possibly can here before I kind of film like a shoot the hose on and watch it type thing, a few days at least, because that's not really washing it. That's just like sprinkling on it. It's pretty slick stuff though. It goes on easy, it's easy to follow. They give you enough in there. I've done my back hatch, my driver's side window, and my windshield, and I have room to spare. So I might actually do a couple more windows just for fun here. So that was the glass serum kit by Dr. Beasley's. Pretty slick stuff. It retails for about $70 for that little kit there. And it seems like a lot for what you get, but it seems thorough so far. I'm not fully tested on it as I'm letting it dry, but this next, when I quick cut here, we'll see how cool it actually is. They did have, which I thought was a nice little addition, this stuff called Advanced Coat Glass. And it took me a minute to understand what this does, because the stuff on your windshield actually does wear out. What this does, they give you 4 little bottles in here, and this actually is an additive, which I'm not even going to try to take this out on camera. It's a little bottle, an additive for your washer fluid. So you put that in your washer fluid, and every time you use your washer fluid or windshield wipers or whatever, it sort of conditions that coating we just put on there, kind of makes it last longer. So I'm going to throw a bottle of that in here after this is all done, and should help it last longer on there. Pretty cool. This box here with these little additives, 4 bottles in there, that's $25 roughly. So I'll put links below for this stuff, and I'll put a link for Dr. Beasley's. But alright, so I'm going to let this wait a few days. It should be instantly for you, and you'll get to kind of see the finished product here, how it works. So since filming that, it's been about 3 weeks or so. Apologize for that noise if you can hear that. There's some crazy bugs out or something. It's getting late here. The Trailblazer though, I did the coating on like you just saw, ran through the whole thing, and I drove on vacation with it, kind of drove it around, daylied it for a week. And what I'm going to do here is kind of splice in some driving footage in the rain. Now what you'll see here is a light rain, and then it cuts to a little bit more heavy rain. Both of them roughly highway speed, so take this in. So you notice some beating, some kind of, the rain flying off. It wasn't as dramatic as I thought it would be, but it definitely did its job. The glass serum is a coating that sort of fills in all the little imperfections in the glass. It creates that beating effect that you saw. And I mean, a lot of times in light rain now, I don't use my wipers. And, I've used, we'll say, brand X in the past on my cars. And the biggest advantage of this over that is this has a pretty long shelf life, like 4 to 5 years, I mean, is what I've been reading. And when I say shelf life, I mean windshield life, like using it on your car. And this runs a little bit more than your average product, but the lifespan of it on your windshield is crazy good. Now I did the windshield and the driver's side glass here, and I didn't notice much water hitting here, but it was just sort of a thing to do. The one big thing I noticed, which I don't know if this necessarily was due to the product, but I drove it like a solid 600 miles on vacation round trip, and when I got home, there was like not a single bug, like explosion, anything like that. And I don't know if it's because of the properties of the coating, if it makes it so it's more of a smooth surface, and like when you use your wipers and drive in the rain, it sort of cleans it easier. But I was astonished, like I didn't have to stop once to like get the squeegee out at the gas station and clean the glass. So pretty neat stuff. And finally, the last piece of this whole puzzle is the Dr. Beasley's Advanced Coat Glass. This is pretty cool stuff. What it does is, it's a little jug, little glass little bottle here, 15 half of an ounce basically. And what you do is you add this to your washer fluid, and what it does is it kind of conditions and sort of keeps the stuff on the windshield fresh, sort of like adding, I don't know how to describe it, like it's just basically adding a little something to the glass every so often to sort of condition it, refresh it, that sort of thing. So I was going to do this when I first did the coating, but I didn't have washer fluid to sort of top it off, so because I wanted to put this in and then top off my washer fluid, and then I'm sure it'll mix around and do its thing. So alright, so it's getting late here. I'm going to bust that out and then be done here. But long story short, very cool product. Check it out. Links are below. If you'd like to see more from Dr. Beasley's, check them out. They've got a lot of stuff from matte paint coatings to paint protection to nano coatings to, they even have, which I really want to try for the Trailblazer, a what is it called, suede cleaner, because that has that suede seats in it and stuff. So my garage is a mess with kid toys right now. The Impala is running pretty darn good, so pretty big video coming on that here. Trailblazer is about to get some front brakes going, and more products coming soon. So alright, thanks for watching. RubberCityMotoring.com, check it out. Check out Dr. Beasley's. See ya.